What's going on, guys? We are back for that next session after a couple weeks off of A House Divided. Before we begin, I don't think I've ever thanked Joe in these for his patronage and for running this damn game for us. So, Joe, Robin, as always, thank you guys so much for your support. It's how this channel survives. We succeed on the backs of beautiful people just like you. And hey, also, we're joined today by a guy, and he's my editor, and I also thank him. His name is Kane, and he is from a channel called The Inn of Planar Crossroads, and this goes live Saturday or Sunday night. By then, we'll be technically, I think, over the line for IOPC's next giveaway, but I think if you were to drift over to IOPC and hit that 200 subscriber one-shot, they'd be more than happy to take you. If not, tell me, I'll tell them. I'll start a huge fight with Adam. It'll be amazing.
If you're not subscribing, you're crossing a line with us.
Yeah, you are. We can't be friends. I gotta fucking chew the girl I'm with out because I don't know if she's subbed to IOPC. I'll figure that out later. Joe, I'm tired and rambling. Take it away, my dude.
All right. From tired to rambling to tired and rambling, we go. Thank you, Tommy, for that vote of confidence. Let's get into it. We're gonna have a quick review and then character reviews of their feelings. I know that we've had a bit of time to forget everything. So I'm going to be a little lenient on the character reviews. They don't need to be spectacular.
Oh, thank you, Joe. You're a merciful God.
Though I will give a short synopsis before we jump in. Last time, this probably is going to be a bit of an overlap from the episode before last episode, but it's just a little bit to help everyone again. The group exited Everwatch Tower, discovered that there had been a string of executions in the town. And what they thought was 18 hours actually turned out to be 18 days. These 4 executions were carried out, which was then followed by a mass exodus of what we would call royalists, or those who support the idea of Daventshire returning to its state as the Kingdom of Daventry. This exodus, the group decided to investigate, but not before they went to the tavern and met an interesting character named Red Squirrel. They decided.
Oh, it's legal name. Legal name now.
It's not legal name.
Too late.
His legal name has long been wiped from the records. He is now just Red Squirrel, and it is very illegal. Red Squirrel gave them some cryptic answers about the documents they've carried on them. Red Squirrel also gave them a warning that they haven't necessarily made enemies, but there are people who are concerned about how much information they've been gathering, and that they should watch themselves. As it turns out, they should have been watching themselves that very night. When they came up to their bedroom, there were blob monsters that attacked them.
That's a great name for them.
Blob monsters attack.
They're not just blobs. They're not just monsters.
They're both
blob monsters.
Blob monsters.
Invasion of the blob monsters. Look underneath your bed every night. They may attack you.
Oh, they will.
A literal. We're taking the notion of monsters under your bed and running with it. Speaking of running, the group managed to get out of that situation, a burning inn filled with blob monsters that can mimic human voice, and managed to get themselves into the middle of a battlefield. Apparently a not so foreign force had invaded the town of Everwatch, and managed to force their way through a withering guard defense, and have now taken over the city of Everwatch. The group, however, managed to escape this force, which they learned was actually...
Oh no.
And he's gone.
And he is out of here. Well.
But
I guess I need to mark this on OBS because I'll have to edit it out.
Did I cut
Hi,
out?
Joe.
Yeah, you cut out real hard, but dude.
What was the last thing I said?
That was how we escaped.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys escaped into a battle between the forces of Everwatch, or the guards of Everwatch, and an army from Davenport and neighboring city in the same nation, which was strange. The group managed to make their way into a pseudo-forest nearby. How about that?
How about that? Pseudo-forest. It's like a
Pseudo-forest.
forest, except it's not actually a forest. It's just a bunch of trees.
Yeah, it's like a forest, but only
It's-
half as much trees.
It's tree-filled plains.
Fair enough.
We'll call it that. There aren't trees that are growing really close together, but there are clumps of trees and then large clearings.
Fair enough.
It's Alberta, gotcha.
I hear Alberta is swamp, actually.
It is mostly swamp, but it was swamp full of trees.
I heard
Yeah.
Alberta's crotch, so
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going with this, but
I don't either.
Everything is
nevertheless,
terrible. We're going with this. Move on.
Let's roll that d6.
rolling 1, 2, 3, 4,
D5.
5. Let's roll that D5. Come
What
on.
about player 6?
We got advanced mechanics. Bam, 4. It's Kurotama.
Alright. Well, last time Kurotama didn't have the best time because they were just about to go to bed when some weird monsters attacked them who, whenever they tried to hit them, pretty much exploded into disgusting stuff that caused blisters on your skin. And I think Kurotama got like straight up critted from that or something. No, I think I critically failed my saving throw.
Yeah,
so
yeah, you did. I remember that
That
now.
was
Fantastic.
real nasty. He didn't enjoy that. So he tried fighting back, only to find out that those mother effers turned out to have spell resistance too. So he didn't have fun with that when his shocking grasp attack failed on them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a fun time. And just when he thought it couldn't get much worse, turned out the house they were in was on fire. Then they got out of that, and then there was a freaking army attacking. It's pretty much like the out of the pen whole thing, and everything was getting worse and worse. It's like, I'm really happy that nothing happened once we were inside that forest. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised at that point when some other stuff would have gone bad at that point. Yeah. Wasn't the best day. We actually still didn't get to sleep, so I guess we haven't recovered hit points or spells at this point. Yeah, not a good time. Kurotama's not happy about how those things went down.
I see Connor and Kane's little insignia light up at the same time, and they make a weird burping noise. Let's see if it rolls them, so they can continue that.
They've become one.
I want to hear it more.
Connor Kane.
Oh, it is
It's
Connor.
Cone, actually.
Kaner.
Kaner.
Cone. It's Cone. We've already decided that.
Oh, wow. They've
Like
developed
years ago,
sentience.
actually. Sorry, what were you saying, Joe?
Take it away.
It's Gareth's turn to reflect.
Oh, well, Gareth is extremely tired and pissy at the moment because he'd really have liked to recover his spells and switch up what he had prepared for the day. But I guess we're just going to keep going with what we got right now. And hope I can make the best of that, which is not going to happen.
That is the spirit.
Right? Well, the most he can do right now is charm people and grow really big, so I guess if you're a fan of the Hulk, there you go.
Mm.
But
Ooh.
basically,
Charming and the growing real big. You had me at the charming.
Yeah.
here's a question. The blob monsters, were they anything specific?
There were gray blobs of flesh that shot blood out of an orifice and flew around and yelled at you.
They did. They yelled at us. They were not happy.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
mean
Okay, so
people.
it just reminds Gareth of his time at home. But so basically now someone's trying to kill us specifically for what reasons he does not know, and he's a little pissed off about it and would like to get to the bottom of this.
All right.
I can't give you much more than that because I was not here.
Exactly.
That was pretty good considering you didn't make it.
3. It's Baku.
Okay, so Baku and the party, they went through Everwatch. Unfortunately, Baku couldn't treat the wounded at Everwatch. He would wanted to apply his doctor skills, but as a good adventurer he is, he and the party have to track down the insert group we are after, and he have to make sure he get more practice using his thrusting musket, and try to get to use his elven curve blade he purchased in town.
You have an elven curve blade. I forgot about that. It's a good weapon. It's a fine
He
weapon.
gave me his old bastard sword.
Seems good.
It's okay.
Oh, I thought you gave it back to me.
You don't need
It's
it.
yours. Yeah, I mean, if you want it, it's yours, my man.
Oh, no, take it.
Okay.
Donald.
Baku.
Baku and Randy are exchanging weapons over and over again, and
Just
Baku
juggling
really
them back
wishes
and
to be
forth.
Hawkeye Pierce.
You'll get there.
Don't worry. Just be snarkier and have sex with nurses.
Deal. I could do that.
No.
Stop rolling 4s. 5. 5. 2.
2. It's Randy.
No, it means I get to go
Oh,
last.
finally! I'm pretty sure I'm the only one left. You could have just said it.
No, I still
No.
got you.
Oh,
Alright. So there was the aforementioned blood farting monsters. I wasn't a huge fan of that, but luckily I could rely upon the indefatigable purpose and reliability of cold steel. Unlike some people who are forced to rely upon less savory, shut up dog, less savory means that repeatedly failed them. Upon escaping the said two-story inferno, as Joseph so described it, we skirted around. Oh my God!
Stop! I don't know who that
We
is.
skirted around the outside of Everwatch and descended into the forest, where we eventually found refuge. I believe we also established that the invading force came from Pershingham,
Davenport.
Davenport.
Yep.
All right, we're going to Davenport to figure out what's going on because we don't have any affiliation with Everwatch.
We don't have any affiliation with like anybody on this continent.
Nope, just me, but that's to Davern's Isle and King Kalale specifically.
Yeah.
all right.
So we're headed up into Davenport to figure out what the hell's going on and why it's our problem.
There you go. And without ado, it's Sinvolka.
Sinvolka takes it home. I gotta remember what he sounds like. Sinvolka is tired. Sinvolka is a simple man. Sinvolka came to the mainland to hunt down bandits, and now this. It never fails. But so be it. Sinvolka didn't take any damage that he wasn't able to have healed off him from the poopy blob fight. So, like, as we're going into... I have to get back to Roll20 because the names escape me. As we go into Davenport, Sinvolka's probably, like, front of the party. Because everybody else is he's ragged, too, but he has a job to do. Making sure people don't get killed and making sure he himself, in the back of his mind and his tired player's mind, does not use magic in a low magic setting in such a way as to frighten the poor little NPCs. Casual observance would see Sinvolka as just as stalwart and resolute as you would find him on a normal day, but those who might know Sinvolka a little better, or like who can see a little past that, would see, just like everybody else in this band, just ragged and tired and singed and ready to find our bearings, even. Like, we came here again just to stop a couple bandits, and now it's a huge mess. But that's what we're here for. Huge.
All right. Huge.
We've got the best messes.
Huge.
It was a huge.
UJ.
Cooch. All right. Well, with that, we are now with our intrepid heroes in their forest camp. You guys escape out to the forest. It's the middle of the night. You can still hear in the distance, though you're probably a mile away by now. Well, there's not really fighting anymore in Overwatch, but like the sounds of a moving army in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so what, did we just bail on the city?
Yeah, we did, because
we would have died
like
horrible, terrible.
bajillion levels higher than that.
Yeah. The GM made it pretty clear that we are not supposed to fight those guys.
You know what? Yeah, he did.
And at least if we want to expect to survive. Because those guys were pretty much like, oh yeah, if you take a look at them, they would take crap all over you because they're higher levels than you.
Okay, I have to AFK for just a minute so I can deal with this trade going on, and then I'll be right back.
Alright,
Sounds like fun.
he's doing a trade.
He's doing a trade.
Oh,
He's getting crapped all over.
one thing.
Hey,
one
this
thing
is a
that's
really
interest-
stupid question, but we're still level 2, right? We are.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I had it in my head.
Oh shit! I leveled up to level 4. No.
Oh no! That's what I get for missing 2 weeks.
Oh
along with the whole game missing 2 weeks.
Quick question. How's it looking when we are looking over our shoulder back at Overwatch? Is it like, do we see like the cities on fire or stuff like that, or are they actually not that bad? They take over.
Part of the city is on fire. You assume that's just the fact that it's the Renaissance and it's difficult to control fires, and that the fire that started in the inn is spreading.
All right.
However, that's just one like large blob of fire in a city that is still mostly just lamplight.
Yeah, Joseph did say the last time we played that by the time we had actually escaped the outer limits of the city, people were already starting to put out fires.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
there weren't
yeah,
really
yeah.
any fires started by the army coming in. If you guys remember, the army wasn't shooting at civilians; they were letting civilians pass for the most part.
Well, yeah, but they were firing cannons into buildings.
Yeah, but fires that did start accidentally are being put out. It's just that there's a rather large fire that started with the inn and is being attempted to be controlled from what you can tell. It's not like engulfing the city.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yes. I mean,
Well,
we don't have
what are
any
you getting back in there?
affiliation with Overwatch, but it's in general good that the city isn't burning down.
Like I said, it's relatively quiet around where you guys are at. You guys are just off the road. You guys are. It's relatively quiet, like I said.
Did we ever decide to make camp?
I think we
well,
had.
yeah, we're
like,
making camp now. I
like-
think is what's happening.
Yeah, I think that's right.
We're not. Yeah, it's best not to walk through the woods in the middle of the night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Unless if all of us have dark vision,
We don't.
then better travel.
Even then, still not a good idea.
Better travel through the woods during the day.
Well,
the
that's
woods-
some white woods.
The woods of Auburn's Isle are like magnitudes safer than the woods anywhere else.
Sure. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, due to
Like-
being on an island and having an adventurers guild and everything on it, I assume.
Yeah, it's basically almost been picked clean of anything dangerous, other than bandits who invade and the random wolf. Wildlife hasn't been disrupted. It's just been neatly cold. CULLED, not COLD.
It's been neatly turned into rain of winter.
I think there was some talk about us having to check if we had enough rations. Where with some people having problems with that,
There was. You
Because
guys
they-
are.
they didn't take the rations which were in the tower.
I
Could
have I have at least 9 days of rations on me.
Because Donald actually bought his rations.
Like Kurutama had like 5 rations on him. Well, now 4, I guess.
Sinvolka will take the hint and go hunting.
Because he actually just took food from the
Well, Randy also picked
Oracle
up
Tower.
Yeah, Randy and Kurutama also picked up some of the rations they found in
In the
if
tower.
I remember correctly.
In the tower from the Oracle. Like,
Yeah.
some people
Well, yeah, you
ignore
can't just
it.
leave out good potatoes.
Yeah.
It is a shame I don't get access to the spell Create Food and Water until I'm a higher level.
It's a
player.
shame you don't have OP spell. Create food and water isn't necessarily an OP spell.
Yeah.
It's such a shame you don't have that at level 2.
And Create Water has saved us many a time.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You
I
are
want
wrong.
water.
Why didn't any of you full casters in this low magic setting play druids?
There's only one
And-
full caster here, and it's
Yeah.
Connor.
And Endure Element, it's such a wonderful cleric spell.
Yeah, man, but Endure Elements ain't gonna feed us.
True,
Yeah.
but true. Such
The elements of hunger and starvation.
Alright, so does it appear to be like we're in a relatively safe place right now?
Like I said, it's quiet around you. Though, like I said, you can hear in the distance, like, the sounds of the town.
Sure. How far are we away from Everwatch? How far did we end up making it?
Like a mile.
Like a mile? Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
I had to find a camp spot away from the woods, so we're not going to attract all that much attention.
Man, I'm pretty sure we can't be in the woods because there's
Yeah,
a
the farther
Yeah,
away from the road, the better.
Somewhere in the woods where we can camp without getting much attention from the road.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just like a mile off the road. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Will we need like a campfire? I don't know what the temperatures are like.
Yeah, we've learned that one the hard way, haven't we?
What is the season currently?
The season right now, when you're not like 1,000 feet in the air, right now it's, I believe I said it was spring.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so campfire is not all that important.
Yeah, it draws
for
attention.
Yes, it is. It's not warm on spring nights here in
Yeah,
Denver.
you still need a campfire pretty much any time of the year.
Okay.
It's better just to have the fire because it'll keep away animals, if nothing else.
You aren't wrong. So do we
You're-
want to set up where we are now?
Well, I think that was what we did because that was I think the reason why we were talking about rations in the first place. Since that's usually when you start using up rations for the day when you camp.
Sure.
the
Alright, so
night.
Sinvolka will I don't have ranks in survival, but I do have the spark cantrip, so that's the idea. Just make a very simple stone circle that probably looks real bad and just spark at whatever tinder twigs I can find until we have a somewhat decent fire.
Oh, right, you're American. You don't go camping, do you?
I do so, just I haven't
What?
gone camping in a really long time because my family went camping and I'm without family, so
Okay, we're American, yes, but we live in Missouri.
dude, my family goes camping 5 times a year.
All they do is camp there. They
And
don't
all we
actually
do
have
is
houses.
just fish and have trailers and trailers.
We're
and
nomadic.
fish.
We're gun-toting nomads.
Yeah, we are gun-toting nomads. Joe says it very accurately. That is so Missouri.
I do forget other parts of the states. It gets much more colder than in the part of Canada I live in.
I don't know if it gets colder in the States than it gets colder in Canada.
It gets plenty cold here during the night, pretty much no matter the time of year.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
know
wanna
what-
sleep in it.
I know when it comes to certain regions, there are certain microclimates, so certain areas are more colder than others. So
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
Here in Missouri, it's slightly warm and rainy in spring, and at night it's cold.
In spring in Missouri, the nights can be kind of a mixed bag. It could be below the freezing point, or it could be 60 degrees. But that's kind of arbitrary.
yeah,
All things
Is it
considered.
in the climate I live in, summers get to be very, very hot, and then winters get to be very, very cold. So sort of a extreme of the two.
Yeah.
Guys, we are getting sidetracked.
We've been sidetracked for 10 minutes, Robin. I made the fire. Someone do something.
Anyway, so who
Yeah.
is taking the first watch?
I guess Sinvolka will. Sinvolka didn't take anything from the whole escape from
What are we
Everwatch.
doing now?
Well,
we are taking,
Figuring out who's taking watch.
Oh, cool.
I will take a second watch. I have low light vision.
29 for my perception check with scent and dark vision, Joe.
Okay.
If a perception check is called for, I guess. I'm assuming a perception check is
I
called
mean, a perception check is welcome.
for. Ah, okay. I did it.
I'll take last
not
watch
so-
then.
Called for.
I'm taking a nap.
Yeah, I bet you
Yeah.
are. That's what I'm doing right
Fucking
after this. I'm
give me
taking
them
a nap.
spells.
Well, I guess when we're having food in the evening, Kurotama will share some of his rations with people who don't have food because he's a bro.
Yes, he's a bro.
We're good because no one else has food.
Baku would offer
Everyone but you has food.
Yeah.
Baku would offer anyone who doesn't have rations food. Because
I don't
he
know
would
if we want to eat what the Tengu's eating, Donald.
he
Worms.
Carrion!
If
Never-
he,
Also, the
Very-
Tengu is
it would
losing
be-
feathers.
it would be, I guess, the normal
Remember the blisters?
rations he would have. It would be what would be the typical ration of the region here. So it would be edible human food.
The Tengu is rubbing whatever feather growing balm he has on himself.
Oh god, yeah. Forgot about that. All the beast
Well,
races are
that-
missing fur or feathers.
A mighty amount of blisters.
A mighty amount
Oils,
of
yeah.
blisters.
You need that aloe vera and that Tengu Rogaine.
You get the moleskins.
We need
Need
that.
to learn create fucking lotion.
Yeah, Kurotama.
Ugh. Don't create fucking motion.
Kurotama was in the weird situation.
Oh yeah, I remember Baku got burned pretty bad. So
Yeah, it wasn't the burns, it was the blisters from the
Yeah.
blob monsters.
Kurotama critically failed to save, and then the follow-up save he critically succeeded
Feels
with a
good.
natural 20. It's like natural 1, next round, natural 20.
Mm.
It's like, god dang.
You formed a giant boil that immediately burst.
Ugh. Oh. I just ate not that long ago. That was
yeah,
gross.
in a very
that's-
bird-like fashion, Baku would
Giant boil that
find
immediately bursts
Baku-
the stereo.
in a bird-like fashion, Baku would find a tree and sleep up in the tree for the night.
Joseph, make that man make a climb check. I think it
Make
will
that
be
man
funny.
make a climb check. Alright.
I guess I shouldn't tell you
I
how to
didn't
GM.
exactly hear what he was saying,
He wants to climb a
but
tree.
the man who is being spoken of, please make said climb check, I guess.
You gotta acrobatics it. You gotta parkour into that tree.
I had
Parkour!
to get up and grab my
14 climb.
14. What is
I-
going on? I had to get up and grab a die, and all I heard was a big boil that burst, and I said a big boil that
When the
burst.
GM doesn't know
Oh,
why checks are being rolled at his
I
own
would
game.
be
Baku
using
wants to
my,
climb
my
a tree so he can sleep in it.
yeah,
Oh.
because I am a bird.
Squirrel.
He's embracing his inner bird.
It sounds like
Yes,
you are too, Ken.
yes,
Squawk.
squawk. I need
Yeah,
to make
but
a,
yes,
make a
but
make, I need to make a nest and attract the other birds.
I think the other birds have
Especially
flown the
Mount
creek,
Tengu,
Donald, because the
and
city is
make
burning
my
a mile
nest.
from you.
Alright, but if you stay up all night making mating calls, I'm gonna shoot you.
Well, that's the thing. Should we let him have first watch? Once the sun goes down, he's out.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
he
yeah,
takes first
he's a
watch, and then dark vision people take second and third watch, and then I'll take fourth watch, because that'll be when the sun's coming up.
That's fair, yeah.
I only have low light vision, so I can watch during that time, I guess.
You can cast light. Also, there's a fire.
Oh, right, that's true. I do have the light spell at the ready.
You do.
Use your ear holes.
The ear holes are also good for watching.
I have
They're
extra
good for
big
listening.
ear
They're
holes.
terrible for watching.
Damn it, Kane.
Because
Aha!
of ears and stuff.
Okay, so Baku narrowly misses the DC to climb a tree.
Baku can't climb a tree.
So
haha.
I'm just gonna say, like, Baku
What
like gets a
about
few
the-
feet up the
what-
tree.
What
and,
about
like,
using a rope? I did say use a rope.
I did not hear
before.
you use a rope,
Yeah,
my dude.
I
I
didn't
heard
see
you
you
just
use a
jump
rope,
up and
but-
try to climb.
With a rope.
Yeah, I did, but it was cut out.
Well, you
Mm,
could have also just
Oh.
guidanced yourself.
Throw a rope in the tree and try again.
Or just guidance yourself. Do what you do best,
Yeah.
Donald.
Exactly, just touch yourself.
Yeah, dude. Just
Goddamn bird's
Squawk.
touching himself and climbing a tree.
that's what we do here.
Black Dragon Gaming. Touch
so-
yourself and climb a tree.
So apparently I have a bird nest for the evening. bird in the house.
Not
did
until you reroll that climb check, Donald.
Okay, fine.
Donald, you
Come
get so
on,
salty.
roll high.
The
Nice
a rope
one.
with a you blow it out of the water, my dude. Because a rope DC is 5.
Yep.
And the DC to climb a tree normally is 15. So
Well,
Baku
you're-
throws a rope in a tree and climbs up. It's not the most bird-like thing he's done, but he is in a tree.
It does get the job done. And that's kind of the most bird-like thing he's done now that he's in a tree. As long as he's not still trying to figure out how common works.
I was thinking that it would be really nice if Baku had a hero's feast for us, but now that I'm thinking about it,
He's
it's
gonna just
probably
regurgitate it.
No, that's like
A baby bird.
Tengu
Vomits a
stuff. So
table.
that's yes, it's like probably like worms, and there's like someone regurgitating is for us. That's like the hero's feast.
Turkey. That's what I
What the hell did I come back to?
It's the full
When
turkey.
it,
A lot of bullshit.
when it comes to Tengus, be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Let's move on here.
Yeah.
Baku's in a tree. There's a fire. Everyone else is settling down for the night. There is a perception check made. I have rolled the percentile dice. The night it doesn't pass uneventfully, but there are no needs for concern, I guess. Like throughout the night, you guys can see like the torchlight of troops moving out up and down this nearby road. There are every once in a while animals moving past you. Nothing dangerous, raccoons and the like. Maybe some people get a little jumpy when they see it happen.
Immediate fireball everywhere. No. Go on.
But there, like I said, there's nothing concerning that happens during the night.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm not going to do another birdie thing, so I'm going to fly down.
But you don't fly though.
Yeah,
He's gonna try. It's gonna be bad.
I have wings, so I can glide.
Oh yeah, you have the gliding wings thing. Okay, sure, fine, that's fine.
Yeah, you can flap your
guess.
wings.
Oh,
So I glide down very gracefully, which means I land flat on my derriere.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
dude, you rolled a 3. I don't know about graceful.
Yeah, gracefully and then not graceful.
Gracefully, as in not gracefully.
uh,
Our guy Donald.
Gracefully in like face first.
Everything is fine.
No, man.
All right.
So we want to go to Davenport. Is what I'm
you
thinking.
too.
We recovered 1 hit point overnight.
1 hit point per
Don't
level.
we- Okay.
I have 2 of my spells left, so I would have had healed who were the most injured, healing cure like wounds left. So who need to be healed up?
Well, I don't know who else got damage, but I still have some damage left on me.
I think I'm pretty solid.
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think the 2 of us were actually the only ones who got hit.
Well,
Okay, so
here, I'll take care of Kuratama because my resource is a little less finite than yours. How much damage did you have on you, Robin?
After the night, I still have 3 points of damage
Well,
left.
never
on me.
mind.
Okay, so
Donald's
so
got you. I won't use my lay on hands then.
So I heal you for 4
Oh,
from the
nice.
previous day casting left.
Feels good to have all those blisters magically healed.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Feels good, man.
So there's a question: do you guys take the road, or do you guys follow the coastline?
I say follow the coastline.
Which way would be more quicker?
The road, but the
Probably,
road is not
yeah.
good for us, Donald. We are following the coastline. I will drag you.
Full of
The road would be quicker. The coastline would be safer.
Yeah.
Safer, quote unquote.
Safer as in there won't be soldiers, but there probably will be like sea monsters.
Well,
Maybe.
I mean, we might not want to go that close to water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be kicking stones in the water. That just seems like inviting trouble.
Yeah, we're not repeating that scene from Lord of the Rings where they're like throwing rocks at the lake.
So, if we travel between the woods close to the shoreline, but away from the shoreline, would that be relatively safe?
Wait, yes. I'm asking you either do you want to follow the road or do you not want to follow the road and just gun it?
Yeah,
let's just gun it.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, gun it.
Yeah. I don't think our characters feel safe enough to take the road after that attack on Everwatch.
Yeah.
If anything comes up, I would have my musket loaded already.
But I hope your gun's loaded before we go off into the
Yeah,
wilderness.
I assume I cast certain things without actually needing to say with cast. But
I guess by that logic, I also do spend the minute and summon my Eidolon, so I'm not caught with my like literal pants down if there's an encounter.
Yeah, apparently I need to say everything I cast because apparently no one actually know if I cast something or not.
Yeah, that happened, Don.
So, you guys start moving towards Davenport. Usually, well, you guys don't know that usually takes about 10 or so hours to use the road to get to Everwatch from Davenport. Traveling through the forest/coastline adds another 5 hours to your journey, more or less. So you guys are probably going to have to rest in the middle of it, unless you guys want to just gun it. Just try to
what time of day is it?
You guys start out 8 hours from midnight, making it 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Well, actually, 10.
I would rather have us use all the time to get to Davenport.
Well, the question is, one, will we be able to get in that later of an hour? Because some cities won't let people in after a certain time. And the second question is, if we get there, will we still be able to get into some kind of like inn or something to sleep there? Because they might also have closed by then or don't take new people in.
Aren't most inns just open 24/7 exactly for that reason?
Yep. Most inns are open 24/7 unless they otherwise for hours. They offer that.
Okay, so we would just need to worry if they might not let people into the city that late at night.
Okay, so why are we stopping halfway between there and there?
Because you have a 15-hour walk.
Oh, yeah, fine. Let's just wait. We're not on a time limit.
15 hours? I thought.
Spent half a fucking month in a lighthouse.
Okay, I'm gonna move you guys along here. Oh, do it. Get over here.
Now, just if you're making an issue out of every lunch break we take, it feels like you're making mountains out of molehills.
Or he's trying to make encounters out of molehills, one or the other.
Well, you know what we need? Experience.
We do. I don't have nearly as many evolution points as I would like.
Let's pour water into those moleholes for XP.
We've already established we can't kill CR 1/3 or lower non-hostile creatures for experience, and even if we could, it would be very incremental amongst the 5 of us.
We are not level 1 commoners that need to get experience to become level 20 commoner by killing chickens.
Maybe they're real angry moles.
Yeah, they're dangerous moles. They have like
big moles.
Yeah, they have big claws.
So after about 8 hours of travel, you guys decide to settle down for the night. You're looking for a decent place to rest, and you spot, kind of in the middle of a dip in the terrain in the forest. There's a bit of a flicker of a fire and rising smoke.
Ooh. Our random encounter are people.
Out of the forest, or?
Our random encounter are people. All right. Here comes that perception check.
I will.
A social encounter, the most dangerous kind.
Oh, God,
And Robin,
don't
this is
be-
why I said you
So,
gotta take that
20,
level of Kitsune
23.
Trickster. You need your intelligence to diplomacy. I have a 19 because Baku's gonna guidance me, I hope.
Yep, I would assume I guidance you always, unless they otherwise. So, 23.
I assume he's
yeah.
there for you always.
I'm not quite seeing
Until
whatever.
he isn't there for you.
If I wasn't going to use guidance, I would say I wouldn't use it.
Fair enough.
You
You don't get guidance.
Yeah. Kotama is apparently distracted because he did roll well.
Alright. That'll be a 20.
You would. So, is there a Gareth?
There probably is.
It was Gareth got eyes in his head.
Say again?
Well, we know his
Yeah, are you
shocking
gonna make a
grasp
perception
didn't
check?
work.
Yeah, hang on, sorry.
You gotta work
Just
on
got
that
done
bad
sale.
Scottish accent, Connor, because Kane did it amazing. Kane was the best, worst Scotsman I've ever heard.
Oh yeah, the most atrocious Scottish accent.
Tommy, I finally got around to watching the one shot, and I
You watched the in-person one shot?
no, the fort defense one shot.
Oh, fair enough. Alright, tell me about that later. For now, we have to do this. We've
Yes.
rambled enough.
You guys can see, like I said, there's a depression in the ground leading into what appears to be a cave. There's no one at the fire at the moment, but the fire is right outside of the entrance of the cave. There is the carcass of some animal resting above the fire on a
Spit.
yeah, the spit. Thank you.
Okay.
On the sticky
There's-
thing that goes over the burning hot.
Yes,
There also appears to be a decent amount of traffic that is coming in and out of the cave. Not exactly sure. It could just be people just constantly running in and out, or it could have been a lot of people.
Okay. What
It is
does
possible.
the meat that's hanging over that fire, what does it smell like, Joe?
Man flesh.
What is it? What?
What does it
Smell
smell
like?
like? Hopefully not man flesh. Or hopefully actually man flesh, because we do need some experience points.
Eh.
Maybe a little encounter will get us to stop rambling through the whole session.
What it smells like?
Does the Invoker know the smell of human flesh?
Probably. I think we've smelled
mean-
the smell of burning people as we left Everwatch. I'm gonna assume.
It's
I think
somewhere
it
between
smells like
chicken.
pigs,
Chicken.
yeah.
Pretty good smell if you don't think about where it's coming from.
Yo, with the gear in the camp, can we make out who or what type of people this type of gear belongs to?
Well, first of all, the smell it's just kind of I don't know exactly how it some sort of game animal. You're not exactly sure. It's been charred.
Big or small?
Doesn't smell like people.
Probably like a young deer, a fawn.
Okay.
It's not a rabbit.
Think it's something bigger than that.
No, I'm just making sure. Rabbit's my favorite.
Rabbits are his favorite.
Rabbits are his favorite. Joe, I'm gonna
Well-
throw a knowledge local check out at you. I want to know if there's any, like, savage races that might happen to live in this part of the world, and if we might have, like,
Or bandits.
or bandit savage races. Robin, we don't know. It's a 10.
Well,
but we
that's
continue
just
to not know.
profiling.
People live in places, guys.
Yes. People live in places.
Even places
I mean-
people shouldn't live.
Yeah, like in the middle of this cave with some food.
A 10 does beat the DC of something that would be very widely known.
Oh, sweet.
Whoops,
How much do I know about spells? Bandit spells.
I keep trying to edit shit, and the button is very tiny.
You would guess from your very rudimentary knowledge of this place that a savage race, it wouldn't be savage if they existed. They would simply just be peasants.
Okay.
What's the difference?
Oof.
Snap.
And that these guys, of your experience of the peasantry of Daventshire, these guys don't exhibit the same traits. Like, peasants in Daventshire don't live in caves. They live in huts around towns or in hamlets. They live inside of Danish princes.
Yeah, and you also said that there's apparently a lot of traffic from the cave.
I don't see why we don't just send the paladin up ahead. The dude's nearly unkillable as it is and has a high charisma score.
Man, I'm not unkillable yet. You gotta give me a couple more hit dice, then I'll get there.
Is there any type of items laying around the camp?
No, not really. There's like stumps that people were sitting on, but no one's left anything outside.
What type of what are the type of footprints? Are they? Do they appear humanoid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Alright, I'd like to approach the outside of the cave and start detect eviling inside. Kick on the little Hitler flashlight, as it were. Connor, you'll be pleased to know I got somebody to say that a lot today.
I cannot hear you over whoever's trying to talk.
Fine, I was just saying I took your Hitler flashlight from that one shot. I got somebody to say it for his detect evil a whole lot, and it stuck real well, so...
Okay, good.
Good job.
I almost forgot about the Hitler flashlight.
You can't forget the Hitler flashlight, it is important. And that's why I'm detect evil into the game, Joe.
Gotta make sure to get them on the face so it reveals the mustache.
Bum, bum, bum.
Just screams at you in German and then runs away into the darkness.
It doesn't work on phones.
It's okay, I speak that.
Yeah, we've got a local, we're good.
I can angrily shout back at him, which in reality is not angry, but does sound angry to everyone else.
Your language does sound real angry,
it's very
man.
pleasant. I was asking him about his day. It just...
There's just too many hard consonants.
Do you need the hospital?
I guess
It's like,
I'm gonna follow Kuratawa's lead. I'm in that stealth check.
Yeah, I am going
29.
to do the same. So 29 for you.
Oh, we're making stealth checks, are we? Is that where we're
Oh,
doing?
there's a map.
yeah, fancy.
Fighting time.
Hey, the whole thing's revealed.
Yeah, you need to hide stuff.
Yo, the tokens.
Oh no!
We can see things that we are not supposed to see.
I won't put it over to OBS yet. I guess I get to see where they are. Hey, we're back in the Everwatching Tower.
It's okay.
A weird
It's just
fucking cave.
This cave looks just like the Everwatching Tower. There's the sun, there's the
I
stairs.
could have sworn we were just here.
We are going through the mini door. Someone is casting dimensional door for us.
Yeah, something like that.
And here I thought we had escaped, but apparently we are back at the tower.
Never
This is
escape.
the whole,
I made
guys,
this map while I
for
was
real,
on
this is the whole
hydrocodone.
campaign.
Don't blame me.
The entire campaign is a fever dream inside this tower.
Yes.
That's
line
not
of
a bad
sight-
premise for a campaign.
Line of sight is enforced. Dynamic lighting is enforced.
Wait, no. This is a plot twist. You are in Baku's mind, and he is dreaming in his bird nest somewhere.
Do we?
Man,
Do
I
you
hate
have fog of war or something turned on?
Oh, Baku can't see jack diddly shit.
I'm in the tower.
I know where you are. I put you there.
Hey, it's cool, man. I'm in the tower too.
Yeah.
But now
we
I
are
see
all
everything in the tower.
I'm not in the tower. Where are you?
You're totally in the tower. You're right there. I see you totally.
Yeah.
I should
you're like
probably
me.
edit this part out. It's kind
I'm
of
in
funny.
Panama,
But it's at like the 47-minute mark.
drinking tequila and
No.
punching francophones.
Baku is somewhere in a bird nest with a lady tango.
There's a
Okay,
big
you
desk
guys
with
should not be able to see where everything is.
There's going to be a lot of squawking going on. We can still see stuff.
see the whole
at
board
least
now.
I. Yeah.
You see the whole board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see all the way to the
and I
back
see
of it.
dudes.
There are like a million,
There's some
like
guy
a
at a
million light
table.
bulb.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
why
can
they
see
brought a
lights.
table all the way out here.
I can move the light bulb.
That I can control. What the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so can I.
Mick.
Oh, they're torches.
Mick lights.
So what's
Their
happened?
torch is
The reason
so
we
whatever
can see,
physical
Joe, is
quality.
because these light sources, we are able to control them. Therefore,
Yeah.
line of sight, so if
Exactly.
you kill those light sources, then that should do it.
Well, or remove control from us.
That would also
because-
suffice.
There you go.
We did it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
good.
working. That's working. Okay. Good, good.
Good.
All right.
Good. There we go. Now we can't cheat.
So
Now
we are
we have to
approaching this cave with no one inside.
Yeah, there's nobody here. We don't know. We have no meta knowledge.
Just grab the meat and leave.
Joe, if you want to move those tokens around, I wouldn't hold it.
Oh, hey.
They know we're here.
Yeah,
This-
we are quiet. Well, rather, I'm very quiet, but Randy is
Well,
Randy fucking
Yeah.
shits his pants and screams about it.
I got a question.
I got a -4. I'm wearing fucking plate mail. Get off my ass.
I'm a dwarf. I can't go on my tiptoes.
Oh, yes, you can.
No, I cannot. I need to stay flat on my feet at all times. Otherwise, I don't get the sturdiness.
I thought you were going to say you need to stay flat-footed.
He can't go on his tippy toes or he'll fall into the sky. It's a very old secret.
Every dwarf knows that.
Kane, I'm making Randy extra stealthy by guiding him.
The 3 is
Yeah.
not
It's a 3 now.
it's a 50% bonus. I wouldn't cover that.
I have a question for the group, like legitimately.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are we going in this cave?
I don't know.
Why are we not just like going on our merry way?
Well, I guess we're going in this cave. I just wanted to detect evil
Well,
in it, and I'm assuming that means that something triggered because we have a map.
Well, no, because everybody started making stealth checks, and if we want to walk past without alerting people, I guess that means stealth checks. But Randy can't do that.
He can't do that.
So wow, I'm not. I
Randy
suppose
can't do.
we're not necessarily going in the cave. We're walking past this camp, but while we're walking past this camp, there's like a fucking just cans, like pots and pans, just slapping into each other. Someone's
I
making
guess.
stir fry teriyaki, and the wok is just rattling off shit.
I rolled a 6 for initiative if it's applicable, Joe.
Oh, we are rolling initiative
I
already?
don't know if I rolled an initiative. I didn't.
What the fuck's going on?
I assume.
Bad things are happening.
That's an excellent question, Connor.
yeah,
One I ask
Connor does
myself
not
every
have a-
day.
Connor's not even on the board.
Because I made this map
Yeah,
when
I'm
I
not
was
even
on
here, am
level
I?
2 don't.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so how about
Don't fucking move that anymore. Cut your fucking dick off.
That's another thing that needs to be cut, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Gareth.
okay, so
We have
how
some
about the
more guys
plan?
there.
We check who this camp belonged to.
They were trying
First.
to.
I mean, why is it important? I'm gonna keep asking this. Why is this our damn problem?
I don't
No,
know.
it's a camp. We just found a camp. Like, do you guys go to the campgrounds out in the States there and see someone making food and you just run over them like, what's up?
Yeah, you kind of do. Yeah.
Well-
we
Oh.
do not know who this camp belonged to. It may belong to a foe, maybe.
Who
we'll take
cares?
Well,
I
If
don't
it-
still just you're bringing this out like I don't like some people, but if they were camping in the same campground as me, I wouldn't just like see their camper van and decide, oh, we're gonna do some Hutu and Tutsi shit today. Like, I'm gonna run over there with a machete and murder that fool.
I'd be upset if I was camping and some dude just appeared with an automatic weapon. Like,
You know,
at my
yeah,
door, like,
that's
hey man, just
fair.
wanted to check on how you were. Figured you might be an enemy.
well, all the detangle has begun.
How do you feel about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Answer carefully.
You feel about Jehovah.
Yeah. Be careful, we have a paladin.
What the fuck can I?
We have a paladin. Everything we do is automatic.
We
Whoa!
already have a pandit and a cleric, so
Guilty
we
as
have
charged.
are they gods?
That-
Why am I
We are
flying
the
everywhere?
gods.
Yeah,
gods
I'm
are
trying
the
to
devils.
edit your stuff, and I can't give you sight.
Oh my god.
You guys are
Get
gonna
off
make
this,
me
get
pay
out.
the pets and I can't get out.
This part of the episode is just gonna have an overlay of technical difficulties for like an hour.
Why am I flying around? I'm trying to give you sight.
Now, all the audio that's supposed to be playing right now, you need to like turn that down on your end and just put the
Exactly.
No.
Oh my God.
The audio to be recorded over this is me saying bye.
Bye.
Bye every single second. Bye.
All right, Donald.
Just cut it together to like one song.
Gareth.
Hi.
Gareth.
Yes.
Yeah, poor Gareth.
You want me
Like,
to make? I'm just gonna. Just to be like.
I'm just gonna judge it.
That's what
My icon is gone. Who am I?
Oh, I can't put more Gareth.
poor
You can't
Gareth's
put more
like,
Gareths.
Wait,
How many Gareths are on the map?
I just heard put more get. Put more get.
there was something at the end
Gareth
of
is going to
our
be. Gareth is on this token.
Ah, there's a bad guy.
Why?
Oh wait,
Let's-
that's Gareth. Never mind,
let's
that's
hit-
a bad guy.
Let's hit Gareth.
I'm right there.
There's
Look at
Gareth.
There are two Gareth, and one has a fire lance. And now he's gone.
There we are.
me. All I did was drag my thing onto the screen. Like, what the hell is happening?
That's what I've been doing this entire time.
Then why do I keep disappearing?
Because he keeps deleting you.
Because
Why?
lag. That's
Why
why.
do you hate me?
Well, that's a long, complicated question, Connor.
That's
Yeah,
true.
That's a very
I'm
complex
sure there's
question.
a variety of reasons.
Okay.
I don't have the
All right.
requisite degree to help you with that one.
Like, excuse me, sir, would you be able to share some of your tasty food with us? We haven't brought rations.
Please don't rush out of the cave and stab us in the crotch.
Sir, please put down that sword.
Please do not make this cave into a murder hobo fest. I
Oh,
don't
that's
want
what.
that.
That's what's happened. We've seen the point.
So are we seeing EXP bars and we're going EXP hunting now?
Oh, we are. Welcome to Pathfinder.
Well,
Joe, is
and
it
we're
safe
also,
to move it over to the battle map? Do we have everything
we are
together?
also food hunting.
Never going camping again.
Not with you, assholes. Jesus.
Fuck no. Like. So today, for the activities, we've got a good nature walk going on. Then we're going to sit around the fire, make some food, and if we see any other fires, we're going to go murk the fuck out of those campers.
And
Take
take all
their
this
shit and go
stuff.
back.
No. This is the adventure journal. We're going through the woods. We see a nice campsite. We talk to the people at the campsite, and then meet them, eat them, and then we
Eat them.
And
Yeah, no, I was just
What
getting
did
to
you
that.
say? Like,
Dear diary, today I turned a man's face into jerky.
we were taking a nice leisurely walk through the woods.
Well,
When all of a sudden, we saw someone's campfire.
I've
My
achieved
vision
my
went red, and I don't
cheeseburger
remember
hobo
much of what else
potential.
happened.
to be fair, it's only cannibalism for one of us,
Yeah.
because
this is a
everyone
human.
else is not a human.
I'm basically a human.
it is technically not cannibalism for Baku to eat non-Tengu.
But if he
Yeah.
God help him.
I'm gonna just say, maybe we should just shut the fuck up for now and see if we can get this going again.
That's a thought.
True. Yeah, so
I thought we were buying time for the GM to fix everything.
Well, yes, but also, I still want to know the answer. Why can't we just not go around the cave?
I don't know, man. I just wanted to see what was inside it, and then we got a map, so I assume
Maybe
I
it's
meant we were seen.
because
Because our GM
Simulka
spent so
detects
much
evil
time.
in the cave.
Oh!
Yeah, Sivonga detects evil in the cave, and he looks
Okay,
back at
that's
everybody,
fine.
and he waves at you. We try to sneak up, but Randy just can't do it.
He waves at you. I have like a real neighborly wave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get that paladin-sized choker collar going at some point so we can just pull him away.
No, that's fucked it for me. I'm done. Thomas and Blooper are sneaking up there, all fucking Pink Panthers and shit. Here comes Randy, like, oh, won't you be my neighbor? Well, howdy doody there, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on?
Yeah, like, everyone's sneaking, and then they're like, guys, we gotta be quiet. We don't know what could be in this cave. Randy comes running up. Hey, guys, what you doing?
So we should probably get content at
yeah,
some point.
we should get to be exploring the caves.
So, Sinvoka, how will you do it?
Are
you going? I'm not gonna just break. I'm just break stealth and just start waving my arms and shouting. I'll cast message back at whoever's the next closest and inform the party that there is in fact evil in this cave.
Evil!
Evil!
Like
but no, remember we were talking about message before, just cast it on all of us. You get it for one person each.
Oh god, yeah, that's right, I get
For
so I'm
10
level
minutes
2.
a level.
So-
You got that 20 minutes on, well, 2 other people, so pick wisely.
So it'd be Randy and Kuratama.
okay.
Nice. Because one is good at stealth and one sucks.
Yep. Alright, Joe, what even is
One
going
Mr.
on?
Roger.
It's like Kurotama is like he gets a message and like starts sneaking towards Sinvoka, and then Randy is like, "Oh, got it," and she like clanks all the way over there. Like
What
this
was
one
it
gives like,
flipped out about the message like that one guy did?
Yeah. You guys reacted much better than the judge.
yeah. Well, because a lot of us do magic ourselves. So.
I do
That's
magic.
probably part of that 3 stealth check, is just Randy going, witchcraft!
Can't get that hillbilly upbringing out of his head.
He just can't.
We
Okay.
remember this.
No, I don't think I'll ever be able to get the image of Randy in a red cardigan just beating a dude to death with a club out of my head ever again.
I can't get out of the mind when one of you said low magic,
Magic
setting.
I mean, Randy is kind of wearing a red cardigan in his picture.
Oh, that's true.
Like a quilted battle cardigan.
Quilted battle cardigan.
Alright.
Quilted battle cardigan
Why do
sounds
you
awesome.
keep rolling initiative, Kurutama?
Because
Roll
I forgot
initiative
to
like 3 times.
because I forgot to select my token, so it wouldn't add me to the
Oh,
turn
we
order.
actually do have an initiative board. There actually is initiative. Okay, tight.
Yeah.
Well, I have a 6, so I'm terrible. Too busy informing everyone
Well,
there is in fact evil in here.
the first time I rolled really well, but I forgot to select my token.
Well, then just edit it.
Okay.
Goddamn.
Oh, roar! Shut up, dog. Shut. Shut
You
your
There we
still
go.
need...
My token is not in the turn order yet.
He's getting there, dog.
Smoke
Yeah, you need to click on your token when you do the initiative on your character sheet for that to work.
Fair enough. Well, let's all stop rolling initiative 25
Well,
times.
yeah.
Just get the tokens on the board.
You
I
guys
think you're
already
using
have...
it. Baku, you need to do it over your character sheet. Like on your character sheet, when you click on init, while selecting your token, you will roll your initiative and be added to the turn order automatically.
Nope, not added to the turn order.
Nope.
Nope.
Huh. Do you have your token selected while doing
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I clicked the initiative in my.
Well, did you select your token first?
Nope.
Well, because you need
What
to
was that
select your token. You need to click on the token on the map first, and then click on initiative. See? Worked. Now you can edit your initiative to whatever you rolled first. Oh, you rolled the same thing, so you don't need to change anything, I guess. Because you rolled a 7 twice.
It was 10 originally.
No,
Oh,
not all of you
I-
guys initiative that you rolled like an hour.
I love how we have 2 guys who rolled a natural 1 on their initiative. Is that bad for us?
It would be bad for us, but my initiative's way up at the top.
I mean, it makes sense because from Garrett's point of view, he's walking by the cave and then suddenly all 5 of you assholes just kind of ditch into the fucking cave. He's like, what's going on?
I didn't ditch into the cave. I keep
Fine,
telling
three
you. I keep
Oh.
telling you. There was a dude I saw, and I was like, "Oh, hey, we should go say howdy, neighbor," to him. And
Well,
my need to be cordial to those around me took hold of my soul.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thomas, get out of here.
well, I don't know if we are already in combat because we rolled initiative, but once Sinvoka tells Kurutama that there's evil inside the cave, he will precast Shocking Grasp to be ready for combat.
Gotta hold that charge.
Yeah. So nobody touch me because that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, don't feel good. Touch the magus.
Nobody touched me. I'm sterile.
Do we? By the way, do we have like a sex joke quota that we need to fulfill?
Yeah, I think we're...
Sex quota.
I don't know if we have one of those. I guess we do now. 5. There's a number.
5. 3.
At the start of the session, we roll a dice and see how many jokes we have to make. It's like, oh, we critted it. It's like
We gotta make 20.
1d.
We're gonna be busy.
Yeah, it's like 1d20 and you have like 20 sex jokes. It's like, okay, guys.
Alright,
20
so,
sex
alright.
jokes.
We're ready.
Got a Gugfest worth of jokes to get through.
I love that that's become like almost a meme.
We fought Gugs for a month. Of course, it's a meme.
So beautiful.
That was beautiful. Kane didn't think so. Kane actually, when he did make Lord the Caliburn, there's a he missed the party leaving the Darklands.
Yeah, we are entering a very bird nest.
Alright, so what the hell happens in a house divided?
What's going on in a house divided is initiative has begun. Cretus,
Hi.
what the fuck? Gareth.
That's me.
So Randy clinks along trying to sneak in, and then Gareth just yells at the back of Randy's head, like, "What are you trying to sneak for?"
I got better than Randy.
I'm not. I'm just walking.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Everyone's sneaking, and Randy and Gareth just start arguing.
Yeah.
And I
Everybody's
guess
always sneaking around. I don't understand it. Why can't you just look at a man and say, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I guess
I just asked you what the hell you doing.
Sinvoka seems to be flabbergasted by the sudden noise being made after he just told us that there's like enemies inside. It's like there's enemy inside, and suddenly everyone was like super loud, and Sinvoka's just flabbergasted, so he fails his initiative real bad.
Because Gareth is like real slow. Like I figure Randy's walking with Gareth because he's my designated as my obligation for the mechanic.
Yep.
So we're probably like like far enough back that your stealth check is separate from ours. I'm hoping. But yeah, they're just walking. You guys are sneaking around. They're just fucking yelling at each other.
Yeah, seeing all this from a distance, Baku face palms himself. Really, you're being this stealthy, excellent job. He thinks to himself.
That's not. We don't. You just said there was evil people inside, and I think you're being real judgmental. Is that right?
As always.
That's
They live in a cave and are probably lower class does not mean they're evil and need to be slaughtered.
I know what I feel.
I was in the military for many years, and you know some generals not nice people. Doesn't make them
most
evil.
dwarves live in caves. Why the hell are you discriminating?
Well, you said he was evil, not subterranean. Ignoramus.
Whatever. He knows nothing about them being evil except for the fact they live in a cave.
Subterranean is the one behind us.
Moving on.
If we could. Also, my initiative is 6 and has been removed from the turn order.
No, it isn't.
Well, how is it 6? Haven't you rolled 1?
I rolled a 6 way at the top, and then I rolled again.
Oh.
And that 1 was to put me on the tracker.
Okay, so you haven't failed your initiative.
Not yet.
Only Gareth did, I think.
Yeah, I don't see Sinvolk on here.
On the turn order?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see him either.
We also had
Scroll
an
down.
issue with the initiative. No, it's open all the way. We had an issue with the turn order last time too, where you could see people on the initiative, but it wasn't working for other people. So I think it's fine because it's working for you.
It's working for me. I'll just call it out.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Initiative begins with Kuratama.
Well, I don't know how far I got on my way to sneaking next to
You are
Sinvoka.
starting at 0. You have moved none.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because story-wise, Samvoka was at the mouth of the cave detecting evil, and then pretty much like messaging us. So from that point onwards, Kuretama went into stealth and sneaked next to him. So I don't know how well that can be seen on the map, so depending on how far I'm away from him, I will probably spend my turn sneaking up to him.
Okay.
Alright.
Because I don't yet know that some people will be extremely loud.
That's fair. That's not metagaming.
Alright. We move down the turn order. There is hidden movement.
The best kind of movement.
Need to make X. Yeah, there you go.
Dude, I hope it's not like in XCOM, because if they spot us and they get an extra turn because of that, I will be really sad.
That has always pissed me off.
It's like old XCOM.
A question: the above the fire to the west, is this logs?
Yes. It is.
That's the question answered.
Bam.
Yeah, I am just double checking. It could be anything, really.
This has been 22 minutes.
It's okay. We had problems with the battle map.
Moves to Randy, you guys can probably see now.
Yeah, we see him. I see him.
Yeah. They're in the dim light, they're difficult to see. There are forms moving. Though some of you have.
I have dim light vision? Low light, not dim light. But I don't know how far that actually goes. Because I don't actually just see to like here. Which I guess is low light. Oh, now I can see up to there. I can see movement.
I can see it too.
Nice.
Well, okay, that's good for you two. I'm hanging back with Shorty McGillicuddy. We're walking through the woods.
You're more like clanking through the woods.
Yeah, we're clanking through the woods, smartass. Welcome to me ruining your stealth check.
Yep.
Yep.
Randy stumbles through the woods loudly. Gareth yells at him.
For being loud.
Yeah.
No, not even for being loud. You're almost as loud as I am.
I'm a dwarf, you can't blame me.
Well,
You're a soup can. You can't
I
blame
guess
me.
yelling at you is kind of loud, so I guess that's his part of the failed stealth check.
Yeah. We're walking around. I got
Gareth
my...
is miles more stealthier than Randy.
Yes.
I got my shield on the one arm. The sword's not drawn, but he's paying attention to the cave, but he's not worried about it.
Okay.
I'm just walking. That's my turn.
Goes to Baku.
Okay, Baku is going to sneak up to the wall here and listen to any conversation or noises.
There are no conversations.
I think the noise is the sound of those dudes coming to kill us, Tom.
Okay, I'm going to ready a action to shoot at anything if it comes out. If I need to turn over.
Alright.
Alright. Goes to Sinvolka.
Volker will